I spend my life with wheels and springs, with silver cases worn. I set the hands of mantle clocks and made old watches turn. When her mother passed from this life, I hid behind my trade. I mended time for everyone while all her growing years slipped by. She stood outside my workshop door. With grief I would not hear. I kept my eyes upon the gears and let the distance grow each year. I could mend the clock but not the years. Grace taught me how to spend the time still here. It could not call the old days back, but it taught us both to stay. I did not leave for lack of love, for him or for our home. I left because I called for him and always stood alone. The town sent word of how he worked, how every clock ran true, but all I had were second-hand tales and letters brief and few. When I came back to clear the house, I found upon his bench the little watch my mother gave. Its hands at 10:30. I could mend the clock but not the years. Grace taught me how to spend the time still here. It could not call the old days back, but it taught us both to stay. I opened it 100 times and laid it down again. I needed you and she was gone. I needed more than letters then. I used this room to hide my grief, that wrong belongs to me. I will not say the hurt is gone, because you've finally spoken plain. She stayed and cleaned the tiny wheels. I searched for one small spring. He learned to hear the words I spoke without repairing everything. We spoke of birthdays I had missed, of roads I walked alone, and every truth we laid between us made a little room for hope. We could not wind the seasons back or claim no harm was done. No prayer returned the vanished days or made the sorrow gone. But grace gave courage to confess and patience not to flee, to hold the silence, hear the truth, and tend what still could be. At last the little watch began to mark the minutes true, not as a sign that all was healed, but one small thing made new. I could mend the clock but not the years. Grace taught me how to spend the time still here. It could not call the old days back, but it taught us both to stay. I placed the watch into her hand. I cannot change what's gone. I'll stay and share some coffee, Dad, when morning comes around. The old wall clock kept time nearby. No promise large or made, just two chairs waiting by the stove, and one more honest day. stirred the iron stove. I rolled the dough the way Ma did and set each table just so. I checked the beans, I swept the floor, then welcomed folks outside, but left one pan too long to bake. Black smoke came rolling high. I stood there with those blackened rounds too hard for any plate, and thought I'd spoiled the whole church supper before they reached the gate. The biscuits burned, but grace set the table. What one pair of hands could not provide. Love came in from every side. The biscuits burned, but grace set the table. Miss Ellen came with cornbread warm, the bakers brought white beans. Old Matthew laid a country ham where biscuits should have been. Some sliced the pie, some passed the bowls, some found more forks and chairs, and no one called those biscuits good. We laughed and left them there. The plates did not all match that night. The serving line moved slow, but every place was filled with food and easy laughter flowed. The biscuits burned, but grace set the table. What one pair of hands could not provide. Love came in from every side. The biscuits burned, but grace set the table. I tried to make it just like Ma, each pie and cloth the same, as though a perfect supper spread could honor her good name. But what she taught was not the crust or how high dough should rise. She taught me how to pull up chairs and welcome folks inside. That night 2 neighbors long apart shared beans from one old bowl, and hands that seldom worked as one stayed late to sweep the floor. The Lord did not unburn the pan or make those biscuits white. He worked through open kitchen doors and what folks brought that night. A table is not built by pride or one hand doing all. It stands when every heart makes room and answers when love calls. The biscuits burned, but grace set the table. What one pair of hands could not provide. Love came in from every side. The biscuits burned, but grace set the table. The biscuits burned, and still we ate with thankful hearts beneath the light. Ma's finest lesson filled the room. There's always room when love provides.
I kept a shop below the ridge where rain came through the tin. I patched the boots of working men and stitched their soles again. My bills lay folded by the lamp, my leather stock ran low. Still every pair that crossed my bench went back fit for the road. A sawmill hand brought in one boot, all split along the side. I pulled the worn out lining loose and found some bills inside. No one saw the money in the boot, but the Lord saw what I chose to do. I walked home with no more than before, but I carried nothing that was not mine. I laid the folded money down beside my awl and thread, enough to mend the leaking roof and clear some debts ahead. I told myself, just take a little. He may not know it's there, but every hammer stroke rang back, that burden is not yours to bear. I cut new leather for the heel, drove every small tack true, and kept those worn and folded bills in plain and honest view. No one saw the money in the boot, but the Lord saw what I chose to do. I walked home with no more than before, but I carried nothing that was not mine. The sawmill man came near to dusk and reached to pay my fee. I gave the boot and money back and watched him struggle to breathe. He said, I saved that month by month for medicine back home. I hid it there and clean forgot before I brought it down. He paid the common price I charged, no larger gift was made. I closed the shop beneath the drops still falling through the tin. The roof still leaked, the bills still stood, my shelf was nearly bare. The Lord did not reward that choice with riches then and there, but need could not make wrong turn right, nor hunger change the truth. Grace gave strength to leave untouched what hardship could not excuse. Next Sunday no one knew the tale, no praise was spoken there. Some choices rise before the Lord with only Him aware. No one saw the money in the boot, but the Lord saw what I chose to do. I walked home with no more than before, but I carried nothing that was not mine. No one saw the money in the boot, no earthly hand could pay me for the truth. The road was cold, my pockets light, but my heart walked home unburdened that night. The rain still tapped that old shop door, the debts were waiting as before, but I left another family's need where honest hands had found it.
I dried the mint beside the stove, kept comfrey in a jar, made salves for cuts and willow tea for aches that traveled far. When sorrow took my husband's words and stilled his banjo strings, I brought him cups and Bible lines and tried to mend all things.
I filled each quiet hour with counsel, afraid to let it be, as though the proper prayer could set his grieving free.
I laid the remedy down and took my place beside him. No root could draw the sorrow out, but grace could sit there with him.
My brother left this earthly life before my heart was ready. I fed the stock and split the wood, but spoke as little still. She watched me from the kitchen door and feared I'd lost my way. I feared each time she tried to help I had to change too soon. I had no quarrel with the Lord, no anger I could name. I only could not shape my grief or make it leave the same.
I laid the remedy down and took my place beside him. No root could draw the sorrow out, but grace could sit there with him. One night I steeped another cup, then closed the herb box lid.
She set 2 mugs upon the table and never pressed a word.
I did not search for phrases to fill the room with sound.
And in that stillness by the fire, I finally spoke his name. I told her of an old creek bank, the trout we nearly caught.
I listened while he named the fight that lingered in his thoughts.
I told her of our final day repairing fence line rails.
The sorrow did not leave his voice, but he no longer bore it alone.
The Lord did not command the grief to rise and leave the room. He gave us patience for the night and space for truth to bloom. For faith is not a hurried cure or words that close a wound. Sometimes it is a chair drawn near and one who stays around. In days that followed, step by step, we worked the place once more. And sometime later he unlatched the banjo's weathered case. He did not play the way he had or claim the pain was through. He only touched the waiting strings and let one old note move.
I laid the remedy down and took my place beside him. No root could draw the sorrow out, but grace could sit there with him. We laid the remedy down and let the tears come with it. The Lord did not remove the loss, He gave us strength to share it.
The fire burned low, the night stayed long,
the herb box rested still,
and grace remained beside our chairs when nothing else could heal.